Hi everyone, today we're making a keto gingerbread cheesecake for Christmas. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto and carnivore recipes and other cooking ideas. If you're new here, welcome. Please check out some of my other videos and consider becoming a subscriber. For those of you returning, welcome back, Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy today's video. Okay, I've been wanting to make a gingerbread cheesecake for a while. I have some gingerbread spice mix left from my gingerbread cookies. And I also saved some gingerbread cookies for the crust. So I'm just kind of making this up in my head based on another another cheesecake recipe that I make, on occasion. And it's really simple. It's a perfect recipe for this time of year because there's no baking, super fast to put together. You can put it together quick, stick it in your fridge, overnight, and bring it out and impress people the next day. There's none of this water bath. There's no baking. It's super easy. So the only thing is I've only ever made it lemon. And I have never even made a crust for it because I started avoiding crust because of the almond flour. And it really, the cheesecake crusts really add all the carbs to keto cheesecake. And I prefer having it very low carb. So that's where my cookies come in. These gingerbread cookies are super low in carbs. I will link that below. And you don't even actually have to make the cookies. I mean, you could make the cookies, make a double batch, eat some, and save some for this. This is 4 cookies this size. If you watched my cookie recipe, they're this size. 4 of them. So I have these 2 here. Even though they're chocolate chip, I can take the chocolate chips off. But I have these here in case it's not enough. But I think 4 should do it. And all I've done is broken them up. And I'm going to break them up even more and add some butter to make the crust. But what I was about to say is that you don't even have to make them into cookies to use it. You can just take, if you've got the power flour, you could use that with some butter and sweetener and make this. You just mix enough butter and sweetener in there until it's until you can press it into the bottom of a pan. Or you can make any keto gingerbread cookie recipe and break it up like I'm going to do. Your choice. There's a bunch of different ways. Or you could do what I've been doing and have no crust at all. So I'm going to start by breaking these up a little bit more. They crumble nicely. If you had cookies that were a different texture, you might have to put them in a blender or a food processor. But I noticed that these do crumble nicely, and yet they're quite moist. You can take the crumbs and do this, like they almost hold together. But I am going to add a tablespoon of flour once I have them all crumbled up. I think it's going to make a fantastic crust. I'm kind of excited to try this. By the way, it's Christmas Eve here. It's been snowing. It's stopped now, but we're supposed to get a lot of snow. So who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. But I thought since I was making this anyways to eat tomorrow, in case we actually do see other people, you may as well film it so you guys can make it for New Year's or maybe save the recipe for next Christmas, whatever. All right, I'm going to put my tablespoon of butter in here. I think the tablespoon should be plenty because these crumbs feel nice and moist already. And I'm just going to mix them with my hands. You could use a fork. I like to use my hands because I know what the texture is and I can tell if I need to add more or less or whatever. Okay, I think this is going to work. We've got a nice dough ball forming here. And it's okay if it's a little bit, if it's not 100% all sticking together. So what I'm putting this cheesecake in is a springform pan with a glass bottom. You can use any springform pan that you have. This one I believe is 9-inch. Anyways, I'm going to dump that in there and just press it down with my fingers. It's a little on the loose side. I mean, maybe another teaspoon of butter would have been good, but I'm gonna go with it. It'll have the moisture of the cheesecake. Okay, well, I'm glad I saved a cookie, 2 cookies. I think I'm only gonna need 1. I'm gonna take the chocolate chips off. So the 4 cookies would have worked perfectly for a 7-inch pan. You know, in live experimenting in front of a camera, this is what happens sometimes. So I'm basically just crumbling an extra cookie. So, you know, take note if you have a 9-inch pan, use 5 cookies. 7-inch pan, the 4 would have been perfect. And I'm just filling up those holes now with these extra cookie crumbs. Okay, now it's perfect coverage. There. See, we have our crust now. So for the cheesecake itself, I'm using 4 bricks of Philadelphia cream cheese. And these have been sitting out all morning, probably for about 4 hours. So I'm just going to grab my bowl here, put them in. Quite a bit on the pan here, or on the foil. All right, I'm going to put the bowl in. Some vanilla extract. I think I'm going to use about ½ a tablespoon. All right, I'm just going to put this on low so that the cream cheese is nice and soft. All right, I think I need to add my liquid in here. That'll probably help. What else are we putting in? I thought I would try some of this Flavor All cinnamon flavor in here. So I'm gonna put a squirt in. I also need a little bit of powdered erythritol. I'm using the Besti monk fruit and erythritol blend. I'm gonna put in a 1/4 cup. And, oh yes, some gingerbread spice. I'm not really sure. I think a tablespoon will probably be enough. And that'll pretty much use up the rest of my spice mix. Maybe I'll save some to sprinkle on top. And I'm just going to grab my cream. I need 1 cup of cream, the heavy whipping cream. They had precious little on the shelves today at the store. I went first thing in the morning and could not find the cream that I like, so I'm using 2 kinds here. Going to scrape the sides and then do a few more spins. It is a pretty thick mixture, so scraping the sides is a good idea. Just want to see if I need to add any. No, it tastes like gingerbread. It could use just a bit more sweet. I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons more of the erythritol in there. get what I can off of here. All right. Then it goes into the pan. This needs at least 4 hours or overnight to set. And it will also have, I will do a whipped cream topping for it. And I whip it up. I don't even put sweetener in the whipped cream. I don't feel it's needed, but you can certainly do that if you want to. All right, and then you just try to smoosh it down nicely into your pan. Okay, so and this cheesecake is ready to go into the refrigerator. No baking, which is wonderful. I can just shove this to the back and carry on with the rest of my chores that, the rest of the things I need to do today. And later on, I will put a layer of whipped cream on top and come back and show you. We'll slice a piece and taste a piece. And this is like the easiest cheesecake ever. So it's perfect for a busy day like today and tomorrow will be. So we'll see you in the next segment when this is all set and ready to go. Well, we're back, and the cheesecake has been in the fridge for a few hours. So just like that, I'm going to try and release it here and hope it holds together. I should have tested this pad before I put a cake in it because it's been a while since I've used it. Oh, here it comes. Look at that. Okay. In hindsight, I should have done it on the festive red plate that I had planned to use, so I'm going to very carefully move it here. Okay. I have just a little bit of the gingerbread spice left, and so I'm going to sift it onto here just to make it look pretty. Well, I may as well just use the rest. There. Okay. A few cranberries on top just to make it look festive for company. You could also maybe put some shaved chocolate or something like that. But there it is, so easy. Lost a little bit there in the ring here, but that's okay. No one will notice. So let's get something and cut a piece and see what it's like. Okay, I'm back. I have a plate. We broke out the festive tablecloth, so let's give this a little cut. And see how this turned out with the new cookie crust, which I had never tried before. Just going to take a little sliver out. This really should sit overnight if you possibly can have it sit overnight rather than I did 4 hours. Oh boy. Okay, it's holding together. That's what we want. Look at that. Okay, hang on. Stuff all over my hand. There's our, let's see if you can see the nice cookie crust, the cheesecake, and we have a whipped topping. I didn't make it too thick, just almost half an inch, quarter inch to half an inch, just enough. I'm dying to try it. Let's see. I think it's very good. It's not too sweet. You can go sweeter. I generally undersweeten, you know, because I don't like things that are cloyingly sweet, and so this is good for me. You may want it a little more sweet. The cookie crust is great. I mean, it tastes like cheesecake on top of a ginger snap cookie. So who wouldn't like that? So I hope you guys did have a Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve here tonight. And I know that by the time you see this, it might be almost New Year's. So I hope you all had a great time. I really look forward to seeing you guys back in the new year with some new videos and some new ideas. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you try the cheesecake.
Toss something to Terri. This might keep him busy for the introduction at least. Cheesecake. It's cheesecake, Terri. It's not for doggies. It's not for doggies. Oh. Start over. Okay, so I've been wanting to make a gingerbread cheesecake. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com. Why? Sometimes I just have so much trouble with it. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto and carnivore recipes and other... I don't know. This is not hard. It is, Sue. It's rocket science. Alright. I'm Anita. Now unfortunately, I have the giggles now. Okay. Ooh, I smell gingerbread. It smells good. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share... I was watching Teddy come back over here. Hang on. I gotta get Teddy. I didn't give him a big enough piece. Okay, take this over there, Teddy. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto and carnivore recipes and other cooking ideas. If you're new here, welcome. Please check out some of my other videos and consider becoming a subscriber. For those of you returning, welcome back. Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy today's video.